क्योंकि पुरानी आदत पड़ी थी। उरी में भी हुआ, पुलवामा में भी हुआ, हमने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक और एयर स्ट्राइक कर कर घर में घुसकर जवाब देने का है। हमें संवेदनशीलता कश्मीर के युवाओं के लिए, मगर संवेदनशीलता की व्याख्या टेररिज्म के लिए नहीं। माफ करना दिग्विजय जी, टेररिस्टों के लिए हमारे मन में कोई हथियार डाल दे, मेन स्ट्रीम में आए, स्वागत है उनका। मैं आज भी कहता हूं, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में कई लोग हथियार डालकर मेन स्ट्रीम में आए हैं। अगर कश्मीर में भी युवा भले हाथ में हथियार पकड़ा हो, हथियार डाल दे, कानून की अदालत के शरण में आए, हम उसका स्वागत करते हैं। संवेदना से हमारा हृदय भरपूर। मान्यवर, हमने जो किया है वो युवाओं के लिए किया है। मान्यवर, ये लोग पूछते हैं कि क्या हुआ, हमने धारा 370 और 35A को हटा दिया। मान्यवर, धारा 370 और 35A कश्मीर के लोगों को तो अन्याय करती ही थी, मगर देश के आत्मसम्मान को भी ठेस पहुंचा। ये सिर्फ कश्मीरी लोगों का सवाल नहीं था मनोज जाजी, कश्मीरी लोगों का सवाल नहीं था, 130 करोड़ लोगों का सवाल था। हमारे स्थापक नेता श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी ने उस वक्त सवाल उठाया था और नेहरू जी की मिनिस्ट्री छोड़ दी थी कि एक देश में 2 विधान, 2 प्रधान और 2 निशान कैसे हो सकते हैं, नहीं हो सकते। और इसलिए इन्होंने इस पर आंदोलन किया और उनकी शंकास्पद मृत्यु हो गई और वो शहीद हो गए। मान्यवर, आज मुझे आनंद है, कश्मीर के लिए मरने वाला हर फौजी, छोटे से छोटा व्यक्ति, नागरिक से लेकर श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी तक, जिनने बलिदान दिया है, वो सभी लोगों की आत्मा आज इस देश में से 2 विधान, 2 निशान और 2 प्रधान समाप्त कर संतुष्टि का सांस लेती। आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला मान्यवर ऐतिहासिक फैसला है और ये फैसले को मैं बहुत मन के साथ 130 करोड़ की जनता की ओर से स्वागत भी करता हूं और अभिनंदन। मान्यवर, आज एक संविधान, एक राष्ट्रध्वज और एक प्रधानमंत्री बन चुका है। श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी का स्वप्न साकार हो चुका है। 2 राजधानी रखी, 2 दरबार रखे, सालाना 200 करोड़ रुपए का खर्च होता है। मान्यवर, अब एक केंद्रीय कानून है, जो केंद्रीय कानून है सभी राज्यों में जाता है, ऐसे कश्मीर में भी जाता है। मान्यवर, कश्मीरी, डोगरी, हिंदी, इसको पहली बार मान्यता देने का काम प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने। 35A के तहत कश्मीर की महिलाओं को न्याय देने का काम प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने। मान्यवर, शिक्षा हो, नौकरी हो, पहली बार रिजर्वेशन देने का काम प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने। पहली बार एसटी समुदाय को विधानसभा में आरक्षण देने का काम नरेंद्र मोदी जी। राइट टू एजुकेशन एक्ट पहली बार धारा 370 जाने के बाद वहां हुआ। भूमि अधिग्रहण, पुनर्वसन और पुनर्स्थापना में उचित मुआवजा का कानून पहली बार जम्मू कश्मीर में धारा 370 में। फॉरेस्ट राइट्स एक्ट पहली बार 370 समाप्त होने के बाद। SC ST प्रिवेंशन ऑफ एट्रोसिटी एक्ट पहली बार जम्मू कश्मीर में 370 जाने के बाद। विसल ब्लोअर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट पहली बार जम्मू कश्मीर में 370। अब विसल ब्लोअर ये भ्रष्टाचार के जुड़ा हुआ मामला था। जम्मू कश्मीर के किसी भी नागरिक को पूछो, सिफारिश के सिवाय नौकरी नहीं मिलती थी। बड़ी परेशानी थी, भ्रष्टाचार होता था, क्योंकि 3 ही परिवारों का शासन। क्यों विसल ब्लोअर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट वहां लगाएंगे? अभी अभी झारखंड में किसी MP के यहाँ, मैं किस दल के हैं कहना नहीं चाहता, पूरी दुनिया जानती है, इतनी सारी कैश मिली कि बैंक के कैशियर कहते हैं हमने भी इतनी कैश कभी देखी नहीं है। गिनते गिनते 5 दिन हो गए, 27 मशीनें गर्म हो गई। मान्यवर, गर्म हो गई, मशीनें बंद हो गई, मगर अभी समाप्त नहीं होता है। और एक भी एक घमंडिया गठबंधन ने इसकी टीका भी नहीं की है, उसको सस्पेंड भी नहीं, एक भी। मान्यवर ये खड़े हो गए। चलो इंडिया अलायंस ने, मान्यवर इंडिया अलायंस ने इसकी टेका भी नहीं की। मान्यवर अभी कहेंगे
Correction is elected, but take it.
मान्यवर मुझे मालूम है नहीं बैठेंगे, क्योंकि ओबीसी को सम्मान देना है, महिलाओं को रिजर्वेशन देना है, ये नहीं बैठेंगे, मुझे पूरा भरोसा है। वॉकआउट करेंगे। कितनी भी कटु बात को हम सुन लिए, अब आप जवाब नहीं सुनोगे, क्या बात है? 6 घंटे तक मैंने सुना है आपको, कैसे ना नहीं सुनोगे मुझे? चले खड़गे साहब प्लीज बैठ जाइए। मेरा निवेदन साहब, आप बड़े नेता हैं, बैठ जाइए।
होम मिनिस्टर सेज विल गो ऑन रिकॉर्ड।
मान्यवर ये कहते हैं कि क्या बदलाव आया है? ओबीसी बोलिए साहब, ओबीसी बोलिए, ओबीसी महिला और ओबीसी के लिए नहीं बैठ सकते। मान्यवर बहुत सारे पीयूष भाई जैसे भले हृदय के लोगों को था कि ये जवाब सुनेंगे, मैं इनकी ऑफिस में कॉफी पीने के लिए गया, मैंने कहा नहीं सुनेंगे। तो पीयूष भाई ने मुझे पूछा क्यों नहीं सुनेंगे, मैं कोई कांग्रेस पार्टी ओबीसी विरोधी पार्टी है, इसलिए निश्चित इन्होंने काका कालेलकर कमीशन के रिपोर्ट को दबा कर रखा, इन्होंने मंडल कमीशन के रिपोर्ट को दबा कर रखा, इन्होंने ओबीसी आयोग को संवैधानिक मान्यता नहीं दी, इन्होंने ओबीसी के बच्चों को केंद्रीय पूल में रिजर्वेशन का अधिकार नहीं दिया, और इन्होंने ओबीसी का हमेशा विरोध करने का काम किया है। अभी अभी इनके नेता को किसी एनजीओ ने लीक कर दिया है, अर्थ मालूम है या नहीं है मालूम नहीं, कभी पूछ ले कोई फुल फॉर्म तो तकलीफ आ जाए मान्यवर, परंतु अभी एक लीक कर दिया है तो ओबीसी ओबीसी ओबीसी। तो एक पत्रकार मुझे कह रहा था इतना बोले मैं कि इसकी एक तिथि होती है 180 दिन, पहली बार कब मिले बोले वो देख लेना, 180 दिन के बाद विषय बदल जाएगा। इसमें कुछ मन से नहीं होता है साहब। पूरा जीवन इनके पिताजी ने संसद के लोकसभा में खड़े रहकर मंडल कमीशन को लागू करने का विरोध कर दिया, वो आज ओबीसी की बात कर रहे हैं। मुझे तो भरोसा साहब नहीं बैठेंगे, मगर साहब ये पूछ रहे थे क्या परिवर्तन आया है। मैं आज उनको कहना चाहता हूं कि मुरली मनोहर जी राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष थे, नरेंद्र मोदी जी हमारी यात्रा के संयोजक थे, लाल चौक में तिरंगा फहराना था, हम सभी गए थे, हमें जाने नहीं दिया। मोदी जी और कुछ लोग जान की परवाह करे बगैर गए और तिरंगा फहरा है। तिरंगा फहराने के लिए भारत के हिस्से पर सेना को दखल करना पड़ता था, वही लाल चौक में 26 जनवरी को घर घर तिरंगा फहरा गया। मान्यवर कहते हैं क्या परिवर्तन आया है। 30 साल से थिएटर बंद थे, थिएटर नहीं चलते थे कश्मीर में, क्यों नहीं चलते थे मैं इसकी मीमांसा में नहीं जाना था, परंतु आज कश्मीर में 3 थिएटर चालू हो गए हैं और 18 थिएटर घाटी में खुलने के तैयार कर रहे हैं, और कई लोगों ने लोन का एप्लीकेशन। मान्यवर शूटिंग नहीं होता था, 21 से अब तक 24 तक 100 शूटिंग हो चुके हैं मान्यवर, 100 शूटिंग हो चुके हैं मान्यवर। ये सब कहेंगे, इसको भी धर्म के चश्मे से देखेंगे। मैं आज कहना चाहता हूं कि मुहर्रम का जुलूस भी 30 साल तक नहीं निकला था, अभी नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार के समय में मान्यवर इनको बदलाव दिखाई नहीं पड़ेगा। जैसे मैंने कहा उनके चश्मे में खराबी है, वो आज भी गलती स्वीकार करने के लिए तैयार नहीं, मगर मैं उनको कहना चाहता हूं कि देश आपकी स्वीकृति का मोहताज नहीं है, देश की जनता अब समझ चुकी है कि कश्मीर के सवाल के मूल में जवाहरलाल नेहरू की गलतियां थी, वो पूरा देश। मान्यवर, जीएसडीपी वो डेवलपमेंट का बड़ा द्योतक होता है। 1 लाख करोड़ का जीएसडीपी था 2014-15 में और आज 2,27,927 करोड़, डबल हो चुका है। डिग्री कॉलेज 94 थे, आज 147 है। ना आईआईटी था, ना आईएम था, ना एम्स था। आईआईटी भी खुल चुका, आईएम भी खुल चुका, 2 एम्स की प्रक्रिया चल रही है, एक खुल चुका है, दूसरा खुल जाएगा। मेडिकल कॉलेज 4 थे, 7 नए मेडिकल कॉलेज खुले। नर्सिंग कॉलेज 1 भी नहीं था, 15 नर्सिंग कॉलेज खुले। मेडिकल सीट 500 थी, आज 1300 मेडिकल सीटें हैं। पीजी मेडिकल सीट 367 थी 70 साल में, आज 297 नई जोड़ने का काम नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार ने किया। मिड डे मील के तहत सिर्फ रिकॉर्ड पर, करप्शन तो जो होता होगा, रिकॉर्ड पर 6 लाख बच्चों को भोजन मिलता था, आज 9,31,000 बच्चों को भोजन मिलता है मान्यवर। और मान्यवर 30 लाख से टूरिस्ट का आंकड़ा 2 करोड़ पार कर गया मान्यवर। ये बताता है कि घाटी में ठीक है। 1485 से अधिक होम स्टे, अभी बताया जांगड़ा जी ने कि पहचान छुपा कर जाना पड़ता था, अच्छी गाड़ी में नहीं बैठ सकते थे, परिचय नहीं दे सकते थे। यहाँ घाटी के मुसलमान भाइयों के वहाँ होम स्टे चल रहा है और गुजरात, महाराष्ट्र, बंगाल से जाने वाले व्यक्ति इनके घर में रहकर खाना खाकर घाटी का लुत्फ, ये लगभग 10,000 बिस्तर होम स्टे के अंदर हो गए मान्यवर। और प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना प्रतिवर्ष 1100 का एवरेज था, अब 8,086 किलोमीटर का एवरेज बना है। 47 स्मार्ट सिटी के तरफ योजनाएं थी, आज 173 है। प्रधानमंत्री आवास सिर्फ 24,000 बने थे, आज 1,45,000 बने हैं। घरेलू नल कनेक्शन सिर्फ 7,82,000 थे, आज 13,54,000 बने हैं। गठित की गई सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप 4,000 थी, आज 19,000 है। माननीय शिशु मृत्यु दर जो सबसे कठिन हेल्थ पैरामीटर है, इसका गिरावट बहुत कठिनता के साथ होता है। जो हेल्थ के पैरामीटर्स को जानते हैं उनको मालूम होगा। 1,000 पर 22 शिशु मारे जाते थे, आज 1,000 पर सिर्फ 16 शिशु मारे जाते हैं। 47 जन औषधि केंद्र थे, आज 227 जन औषधि केंद्र वहां पर स्थापित हो चुके हैं। मान्यवर, इनको दिखाई नहीं पड़ेगा। मैं आज चले गए हैं, मगर दिग्विजय जी को कहना चाहता हूं कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी के हृदय की संवेदना है कि घाटी और जम्मू में इतना बड़ा बदलाव डेवलपमेंट के क्षेत्र के अंदर हुआ है। मान्यवर, सिर्फ हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी में 30,000 करोड़ का भारत सरकार ने इन्वेस्ट किया। रेलवे का पैसा अलग, नेशनल हाईवे का पैसा अलग। मान्यवर, लगभग पेंशन के लाभार्थी सिर्फ 6 लाख थे, रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं होता था जम्मू की साइड से। अब ट्रांसपेरेंट रजिस्ट्रेशन के बाद 10 लाख लाभार्थी पेंशन के हो गए हैं। फूड सिक्योरिटी का कवरेज 43.8% था, आज 100% हो चुका है। हेल्थ कवरेज देश भर में एकमात्र राज्य ऐसा है जहां प्रधानमंत्री आयुष्मान भारत योजना मान्यवर सिर्फ गरीबों के लिए नहीं है, गरीब से लेकर धनी से धनी तक, फारूक अब्दुल्ला जी तक, सभी को प्रधानमंत्री आयुष्मान भारत योजना का फायदा मिला। ओपन डेफिकेशन 50 से 60% था, अब 100% है। ऑनलाइन सर्विसेज सिर्फ 60 सेवाओं में थी, आज 1100 सेवाओं में ऑनलाइन सर्विसेज हो गई है। और स्पोर्ट्स में युवाओं की भागीदारी सिर्फ 2 लाख थी, आज 2022 में जम्मू कश्मीर के 60 लाख युवाओं ने खेलों में हिस्सा लिया। मान्यवर, पूछते हैं कि क्या बदलाव आया, मैं इनको ही बताना चाहता हूं। और मान्यवर, ढेर सारी चीजें हैं, अब ये चले गए हैं, मैंने दूसरे सदन में भी बताया, मगर मैं देश की जनता को विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि मोदी जी ने लाल किले सी प्राचीर से इस देश को वादा किया था और मोदी सरकार और प्रधानमंत्री स्वयं इस चीज पर अड़े कि कश्मीर के युवाओं को हाथ में कभी बंदूक नहीं लेनी पड़ेगी, पत्थर नहीं लेने पड़ेंगे, इनके हाथ में लैपटॉप और किताबें भी होगी, नए कश्मीर की शुरुआत होगी। मान्यवर, आतंकवाद मुक्त कश्मीर बनने की शुरुआत हो गई है। नया कश्मीर, विकसित कश्मीर, जब विकसित भारत बनेगा कश्मीर देश के सभी राज्यों के समकक्ष होकर वहाँ पर खड़ा होगा। दुनिया भर के यात्री आएंगे ऐसे कश्मीर की रत्ना के लिए। ये जो विधेयक लेकर मैं आया हूँ, मैं आपको निवेदन करता हूँ सभी लोगों को।
I shall put first the motion regarding consideration of the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2023 to vote. The question is that the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clause 2 stands part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clause 2 is adopted. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Shri Amit Shah to move that the bill be passed.
महोदय, मैं प्रस्ताव करता हूं कि विधेयक को इस सदन पारित करे.
Motion moved that the bill be passed. The question is that the bill be passed. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is passed.
वो लोग तो भाग गए तो वोट नहीं कर सकते ओबीसी महिलाओं के लिए.
I shall now put the amendment moved by Dr. John Britas for reference of Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha to Select Committee of the Rajya Sabha to vote. The question is that the bill further to amend the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019 be referred to a Select Committee of the Rajya Sabha consisting of the following members: Shri A. Rahim,
Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. So the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Bill also passed in the upper house. The opposition staging a walkout even on a day when the Supreme Court in a unanimous decision upheld the centre's decision that they don't find the President's capacity to exercise the decision or the ruling to abrogate Article 370 was nullified. The Chief Justice of India leading a 5-judge constitution bench highlighting that Jammu and Kashmir surrendered its sovereignty while merging with Bharat. And Article 370 was an interim, temporary and transitional arrangement due to war conditions in the state. The Apex Court also upheld the validity of the decision to carve out the Union Territory of Ladakh from the erstwhile state of Jammu Kashmir Ladakh. The Supreme Court also directed the Election Commission of Bharat to hold assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir by the 30th of September 2024 and to ensure that statehood is restored to Jammu and Kashmir at the earliest. PM Narendra Modi hailing the court's decision, saying the ruling is a beacon of hope, a promise of a brighter future and a testament to the government's resolve to build a stronger, more united Bharat. But the alliance of the opposition, the INDI alliance, upset with the verdict, claiming that the idea of India itself is lost, but their fight will continue. The question that we asked tonight is, was this 370 abrogation always legally sound, but perhaps politically compromised?
Hello, Moto.
Joining us now, senior leader of the Congress party, Saifuddin Soosji, and along with him, the former Deputy Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. He was also Speaker of the Legislative Assembly in Jammu and Kashmir for a while. Nirmal Singh ji is with us. Salman Nizami, Chief Spokesperson, DPAP. Pratyush Kant, National Spokesperson of the BJP. And Lalit Ambardar, Kashmiri activist, also with us. But first, going to Saifuddin Soosab and Nirmal Singh ji. Namaste. Jai Hind. Thank you very, very much, gentlemen, for your time. And regret keeping you waiting because the Home Minister was speaking in the House, in the upper house. Saifuddin Soosab, is this a fair question to ask? That 370 could have been abrogated always because it could have passed the test of legal scrutiny, but perhaps there wasn't enough political will. Was it politically compromised, sir, the entire act of abrogating 370?
First of all, First of all, I must tell you, you use an expression which is not correct. You said Jammu and Kashmir merged. We never merged with the Union of India. We acceded to India, and that too with a condition that our internal autonomy will stand protected. That was the condition. And this is proved by record. Having said this, I will tell you, it's a great mistake on the part of the central government to have abrogated Article 370 of the Constitution of India. You have to, if you don't care for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, overwhelming majority of people of Jammu and Kashmir are very sad today. If you don't care for that, that is for you to decide. But if people have aspirations, those aspirations will have to be honored. But it was a commitment of the Union government with the Jammu and Kashmir, led by that time Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah, the tallest leader. He proposed that we should, Maharaja Hari Singh acceded. But Government of India, the whole cabinet was of the view that time that unless Maharaja Hari Singh's letter of accession is supported by the popular leadership, it will not be valid. We are a democracy. So, we supported that. But the question was that our leadership wanted internal autonomy to be given to us, to be enshrined in the Constitution. And it was enshrined in the Constitution of India and our own Constitution, Jammu and Kashmir, which the Modi government, abrogated. Now, you have to decide what people are important. If people of Jammu and Kashmir are not important, they don't count for anything, then you have taken a right decision. But otherwise, overwhelming majority of the people of Jammu and Kashmir are very sad today because internal autonomy had come to us through our own struggle. It is not just that, Government of India has given it to us.
So, sir,
but we had struggled, and it was the culmination of the struggle that we got Article 370 of the Constitution of India.
Okay.
This is the Constitution.
Nirmal Singh ji, how would you want to respond to Saifuddin Soz ji?
I'm sorry that Professor Saifuddin Soz is still in history, and these people, they have not learned from history. What happened during these last 76 years in Jammu and Kashmir? And after this historical verdict of Honorable Supreme Court, I think that debate is over now. He says that the will of the people of Jammu and Kashmir has not been listened to.
There is another court which is much above Supreme Court.
Please, I was listening to. Please, Professor Saifuddin,
may I request just the two of you gentlemen right now?
Please, let me speak.
All right.
Let
Go
Nirmal
ahead.
Singh ji
Please.
complete
Go
and then you
ahead.
may counter, sir. Ji, yes, Nirmal Singh ji.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
I'll tell my senior colleague that the people of the India, as also of Jammu and Kashmir, that's in the parliament. This amendment, this abrogation of Article 370 has been done by Parliament of India, and Honorable Supreme Court has upheld it. And Supreme Court of India has said that sovereignty lies with the President of India. In judiciary, Supreme Court is the highest court. We must respect it. And we must not indulge ourselves in history. History is very, you can say, dark in Jammu and Kashmir during these 76 years when 42,000 people have been killed on this land. We must look towards future, and Professor Saifuddin Soz, who is an intellectual, they must tell the people, they must lead the people. As of now, people are leading these leaders because the people of Jammu and Kashmir, they have welcomed it. Kashmir is peaceful now. Jammu has welcomed it. People are very happy, and they are only befooling the people. Now, this cry on Article 370, it's a cry of few people only, 3 families, and those people who are still following those 3 families. That's over now. We must listen to the future. We see to the future, and future is very bright for us. As Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi has promised it. That's the promise of India, of the nation. Now the biggest democracy, the benefits of
Sir, what will
biggest
happen going
democracy of India
forward?
shall be extended to the state of Jammu Kashmir also.
The future is an important point, but the legal tenability of the decision to abrogate 370 has been upheld by the 5-judge bench. Sir, Saifuddin Sosa. So, Professor Soos, when you say that this is a wrong decision by the Honorable Supreme Court, they have gone into the aspect and then they have highlighted the proclamation of the Yuvraj in 1949. And they say, basis that, the entire aspect of sovereignty being decided and accession to Bharat was completed then. And 370 at all points in time was supposed to be temporary and transitional, Sosa. Yes, sir.
This temporary and transition had a, you see, there is a hidden connotation. It was through discussions we understood the implication. So it was that time decided not, to avoid any kind of friction. So people of Jammu and Kashmir accepted the word transitory and temporary. But that doesn't mean you will abrogate it all by yourself.
So what do you mean by hidden agenda? Sir? What was the hidden
people of Jammu and Kashmir? Here is the vibrant mainstream available in Jammu and Kashmir, including BJP. You should have invited them to Delhi and discussed it. You did it unilaterally. So therefore, overwhelming majority of the people of Jammu and Kashmir state are not happy on this abrogation.
The honorable MPs of Jammu and Kashmir were there.
Who?
They were in the parliament.
Who was there?
They raised their voice.
Who was in the parliament
of Jammu and Kashmir? People of Jammu, the MPs of Jammu and Kashmir.
Hassan Masoodi never supported
the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And the major.
One member from Kashmir, Hassan Masoodi, did not support this proposition
you were union minister.
in the Rajya Sabha.
Individuals don't count. It's the majority. It's the majority, and everything has been upheld by Honorable Supreme Court. Now questioning that, it means you are questioning the decision of the Honorable
a vast majority of the people of Jammu and Kashmir state are unhappy on the abrogation of Article 370.
Please come out of history.
Will not impaired by
old hangover. Shut this old hangover. Don't mislead the people. Now people of Jammu and Kashmir.
Are you hangover? I have no hangover. I am clear on the issue.
Sir, the people of Jammu and Kashmir, the people of Jammu and Kashmir, the people of Jammu and Kashmir were the ones who unfurled 2 million tirangas in the houses of Jammu and Kashmir, and I am counting the 2 million only in the 11 districts of Kashmir, sir. And this happened on the 15th of August 2023 and also on the 26th of January 2023. Saifuddin Sosa, for 70 years there were no panchayat elections, DDC elections, no grassroots numbers, voter turnout was 6% and 7%
you are
when
very
elections
wrong.
were
There was
concerned.
panchayat election, there was DDC election. You are wrong.
Sir, DDC elections for the first time were conducted in 70 years.
No, you don't know the history.
Sir, the history.
Only for 4
Sir,
5 years
what was the
that
tacit
election
arrangement? Are you trying to say that there was a commitment given to at that time Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah that there will be there will be 2 nations, 2 constitutions and 2 emblems? Are you trying to say that only one state out of the entire Union of India would be allowed to have its own constitution, its own penal code?
It was an arrangement accepted by the Union of India.
These are few voices have been left. Only few such voices have been left.
You have done.
The Kashmiris, the people of Jammu and Kashmir, they are very happy. There is no burn, no stone parenting.
You know it.
2 crore
they are not happy. I tell you, they are very sad.
The people of Jammu and Kashmir are earning their livelihood.
In some other world.
The young youth of Kashmir, they are not becoming terrorists. Their recruitment has come down.
Very sad on this occasion.
But these people, they are beating the old
Jammu and
horse.
Kashmir has a very strong mainstream party.
But people of Jammu and Kashmir, they are not listening to them.
Why did
they have
you
become
invite
irrelevant.
Conference, Congress,
Actually, they have become
PDP,
irrelevant.
Apni party to Delhi.
They have become irrelevant.
They would
do what, sir? To do what, sir? Sir, the court has very clearly upheld that the president had the president's office and the president of India has the powers to abrogate an article. That's what they said. The court has said the president need not have taken consent from anybody. The president had the rights to go ahead and abrogate this article.
You must
that
understand.
means legally the president could have
must
taken this
understand.
call any
Act
time
only
over the
one
last
word.
70
These
years,
people,
sir.
they don't have
the president
respect
of
for
India could have
parliament.
taken this
They
call
don't have respect for
anytime, sir.
parliament.
They are
No
the
respect for
There is a court
no
called
respect for any
People's
institution,
Court.
democratic
And
institution.
People's Court
No
is
respect
much
for
more important than any
Sir,
other
the
court in
People's
this
Court
This is their-
will be tested.
this is
The
their
People's
reality.
Court will be tested at the council, mayoral council level. The People's Court will be tested at the Legislative Assembly level
on
or before the 30th of September 2024. So, sir, I wish you very, very well. I wish you well, and I hope, sir, that the people give
also wish you
a
well.
decision. The people of Jammu and
continue to
Kashmir
defer.
hand over a decision that upholds not just the decision of the President, the Parliament, but also the Supreme Court of India. And we will know on or before the 30th of September
People of Jammu and
2024.
Kashmir,
We will see, sir, the fire, sir, for all this while, for 70 years, bullet ruled over ballot in Jammu and Kashmir. Now it's the time for the ballot, and the people will speak, sir, via the ballot. We are also looking forward to it, sir.
Democratic elections.
We are also looking for it, sir. We are also looking forward to it.
one-sided.
Saifuddin Soz ji and Nirmal Singh ji, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Aapka bahut bahut dhanyawad. Thank you so much, sir. Let's go across to Pratyush Kant and Lalit Ambardar. We should have Salman Nizami joining us any moment soon. Namaste, Jai Hind, gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. Lalit Ambardar ji, the court saying that the president could have abrogated Article 370 at any point in time. The decision could have been taken by the president. So all these years, the president had the powers. Abrogating Article 370 would have passed the test of legal scrutiny.
Anand, in English literature and political science, if ever if ever there is something to be written on Article 370, it is the most everlasting temporary arrangement. Most everlasting temporary arrangement. They made it permanent, almost permanent. And one line before I come to what you actually asked, I want to come to Saifuddin Soz. You know, Kashmiri Islamist polity is based on lies. What he lied was just now that Article 370 came along with the signing of an instrument of accession. Not at all. The only, as per the Independence of India Act, only the Maharajas were only capable, only allowed to sign the instrument of accession. No one else had any role in that. Not even Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah, he was in the prison. It was only Nehru and Congress who insisted that accession will be signed. Just when Maharaja was begging for accession, Nehru and Congress were they were spurning, they were refusing to do it with the condition that you only get Sheikh Abdullah first, then only you will sign. That's why Kabali is the Pakistani.
Yeah, those 5 days that we lost so many.
To Baramulla and
23rd to 27th of October, sir.
The whole of Pakistan occupied Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh was cleansed of Hindus and Sikhs. I repeat, not a one Hindu or Sikh is left in Jammu, Pakistan, occupied Jammu, Kashmir and Pakistan because we delayed intervention to counter the Pakistani jihadis there. Anyway, now coming to the Supreme Court, I think this was, first of all, I have been maintaining from day one, this court is my court, India's court, and no court in the world, no court in my court should have even accepted this application challenging accession. That means complete constitutional integration of one part of India with the rest of India. Nevertheless, they have taken it up, the world is seeing the judiciary of India and they've discussed, has bare every aspect of it. And the challengers, whatever point they had put through their advocates, battery of advocates, including Kapil Sibal, whose recent statement is that Assam is part of Burma. It was part of Burma. That's what it is. Now, Saifuddin Soz was mentioning about the absence. He did not acknowledge that there were Kashmiri parliamentarians in the parliament.
Right.
And one of them was Akbar Lone, National Conference Baramulla member of parliament. Can you imagine? This man in the live legislature council of Jammu and Kashmir raised Pakistan Zindabad slogans. And outside when the reporters asked him, what did you do it? He said, "Main Musalman hu, bhavuk ho gaya, I am a Muslim, I became emotional." And he was rewarded by Sheikh Farooq Abdullah a ticket to Lok Sabha. I will not be surprised if you would have one day said Pakistan Zindabad in the Parliament of India. So coming to the fact of it, This Article 370 was a piece of regressive and most obnoxious constitutional arrangement,
which was perhaps used by certain parties who ensured that they continue to control Jammu and Kashmir as their own personal fiefdom. Now that's been done away with, and more importantly, sir, it was not just the validity. I request you to yield. Two other speakers are there. So 10 seconds more, and sir, and you'll have to yield after that.
Okay.
Yes, Lalit.
let me complete. And by virtue of Article 370, you had virtually a mini Pakistan flourishing Kashmir all these years. And who were the worst victims of the Kashmiri Hindus suffered genocide, and the tools of genocide were murder, mass murder, rape. You know, Anand, in Hamas, when they attacked, 7th October attack on Israel, created so much of reaction all over the world.
Sir,
can you imagine which Kashmiri Hindus have suffered even worse?
Sir, I'll tell you what. The Kashmiri Hindus also suffered.
Shot in vagina.
The Shia of Kashmir also suffered, sir. For the first time, that on the 9th and the 10th day that the entire Jalous happened was also after the abrogation of 370, and it happened only this year. So there are a lot of aspects. The first time that Valmiki's got their rights, SCs are getting their rights, Gurkhas are getting their rights. So, sir, even Buddhist
Kashmir has been talking to us that you are lucky you escaped. You know, Kashmiri they say
correct. Lalitji, now you'll have to yield, Lalitji. Lalitji, you'll have to yield, Lalitji. Lalitji, I don't want to be disrespectful. You'll have to yield, please. Yes, Salman Nizami. The legality of it has been upheld. The manner in which 370 was abrogated, there were 23 petitions in all, if I remember correctly. Largely was the manner in which 370 was abrogated. Was it legally sound or not? The court has said not only was it legally sound, the president could have abrogated 370 at any point in time. Does that not mean that for nearly 7 decades, the president's office deterred? So it was legally sound, but perhaps politically compromised.
Well, we respect the Supreme Court's verdict, but we were expecting a positive verdict from the Supreme Court, because going through the ground situation from last 3-4 years, when Article 370 was revoked, why our party leader Ghulam Nabi Azad called it an unconstitutional and illegal, because people of Jammu and Kashmir were kept in prison. They were not taken into confidence when Article 370 was revoked. Even the mainstream leaders, they were not from Hurriyat, but they believe in Indian Constitution. They have fought election and won election and have taken oath under Indian Constitution. So they were not, taken on board. So second, the ground situation in Kashmir is totally different from the Supreme Court observation, because in last 3-4 years we witnessed lot of terror attacks, not only in Kashmir but also in Jammu province. In the Gandhari terror attack, in which innocent people were killed. Selective killings have been, we witnessed selective killings in Kashmir, in which Kashmiri Pandits were targeted, migrant laborers were targeted. If you remember, when Azad Sahab was Chief Minister, so we declared Jammu province as 0% militant zone. But right now, terrorism activities are more in Jammu province than in Kashmir. So I don't see any change in J&K if we will go by the statements of BJP leaders.
Sir, I'll tell you, the numbers and the data and the information speaks for itself. I don't want to get into the data to disprove again what you have said, because the Union Home Minister has said it on the floor of Parliament, and that's on record, sir. That is already on record, sir. The legality of it has been upheld by the court. That the court said that the President's office could have done this, and it was always empowered to do this. And that instrument of accession itself submitted was temporary and transitional. 54 times the president's powers and the president's writ has been implemented in Jammu and Kashmir already, and 370 was far diluted. So this is a bogey. Anyway, Pratyush Kant, quickly, sir. Pratyush Kant. No, sir. That was no, sir. But 370 and to try 370 was important to ensure. 370 was important to ensure that everybody got it their event. Sir, the Gaonwalas also got their
1970
due.
was never
The Gawalas got their due.
We
The
fought
Valmikis
terrorism in
got their
Kashmir
due.
when Ghulam Nabi Azad
The
was Chief
Buddhists got
Minister.
their due. The
More
Christians
than
got their due. The
20,000
women of Jammu and
Kashmiris
Kashmir
have
got their due.
sacrificed.
Especially Kashmir
Listen,
got their due.
listen,
1 minute,
listen.
Salmanji, please yield.
Anand,
Pratyush Kant.
more than
Pratyush Kant.
20,000
Salmanji,
Kashmiri Muslims have sacrificed their lives for
No,
the
no,
for
sir.
this country.
No, sir.
We
Don't.
fought terrorism.
Sir.
Kashmiri Pandits are still being killed in Kashmir.
Sir, the
Bihari
numbers
migrants are being
have
killed in
come down
Kashmir.
drastically. The number of
Situation-
recruitments have come
situation
down,
has
sir.
not
From
improved,
100
sir.
to 9
This
between
is-
Jan and October 2023. It was 9 recruits which happened, sir. Terrorism recruitment had come down because mainstream employment has gone up. Schools have operated unclosed. They have operated continuously for the first time through the entire academic year, only for the first time in the last 35 years, sir. Sir, Salmanji, there are so many other information I can share with you. I have gone into the heartland of Jammu and Kashmir, not just into the capital cities, not just into the capital and not just into the main cities. Salmanji, don't crowd the debate. Pratyush Kant, does this not highlight the Supreme Court's verdict today? Does it not highlight that there was not political will? It was politically compromised, the decision to abrogate 370, sir, over the last 60 years. Pratyush ji, can you hear me?
I couldn't hear so many. I just want to say,
Ji.
now I can hear you. I am just going to add a few lines. See, if you want to understand, today, you have to search for tomorrow, yesterday. See, what we have done here is, which everybody, including Professor Soles, missed out, that now the data speaks for itself. Since I don't want to get into what Home Minister has already said on the floor of the Parliament, but look what has been achieved till date. The stone pelting cases have come down. The youth are back in system. 2 lakh students are playing sports. 2 crore visitors are there. Tourists are there. Everybody is missing the point. It was the tenacity, the robustness of the Prime Minister's policy for Jammu and Kashmir which is yielding results here. Professor Soles and the likes are totally drawn in some history which has become meaningless now. We are looking at Kashmir like an integral part of India, with 3-tier of democracy system being set in place, and what we are talking about is development. All these people are talking about are families.
Right.
They have to govern Kashmir. Kashmir has paid the price for it, and now is the time for us to reap benefits of all the schemes which Prime Minister has got for every other states in the country, barring Jammu and Kashmir.
Right, sir.
This
I've
is
just
the
got news
challenge,
coming through. I have
and
to
we have
interrupt you.
done-
I've just
it
got
was
news coming through.
much
Our
needed.
investigations editor Manoj Gupta getting us these details. Top sources within the government in Bharat are saying that there is no issue in restoring statehood in Jammu and Kashmir, and that complete statehood will be given only post the elections in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Top government sources said that because of legal and technical reasons, it was made a Union Territory. The government wants the same rule book applied for Jammu and Kashmir, which is in the rest of Bharat. Earlier, there was no provision of the Indian Penal Code, no property rights to women, and there were no labor laws at par with the rest of Bharat. So first, under the rule of the LG or under the ambit of the Union Territory, the Legislative Assembly elections will be conducted, and if the elections are good, they go as per due process. Then the next step will be returning Jammu and Kashmir to statehood, and that is part of the intent of this government. We're going to take a very, very short break. We then focus on the other Union Territory whose creation has been upheld. BJP's Ladakh MP, Jamyang Sering Namgyal, takes the right stand. Stay with us.
Hello, Moto.
Movement that inspires.
News is everywhere, but so much of it is noise. But how do you make sense of it? How do you sift the grain from the chaff and get to the point that matters?
Crosstex, where the big stories are simplified, bite by bite. Weeknights at 9 on CNN News 18.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Exposing India's detractors.
India is not a
What does the constitution mean?
Demolishing double standards. Debunking hypocrisy. Because India deserves better. The right stand. At this time on CNN News 18.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. And we have some big breaking developments coming in. Mohan Yadav has now been announced as the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. He is the pick that has been announced by the BJP. He is an MLA from Ujjain South. So a surprise by the BJP once again, because the big contenders, the names that were doing the rounds, in fact, did not have the name of Mohan Yadav. Let's go straight to our colleague Aman. Aman, exactly what we were discussing. Will the BJP have a surprise up its sleeve? Mohan Yadav now being announced as the new Chief Minister. Tell us, what has he done so far? I believe he is the MLA from Ujjain South currently.
Yes, Ridhima, again, BJP living up to its reputation, throwing up a surprise, a name which has not been speculated so far, Mr. Mohan Yadav. He's a three-time MLA of the BJP from the Ujjain Dakshin seat. What we are learning, this is the third time he was elected from Ujjain Dakshin, and he is also seen as somebody who's close to the RSS, has close RSS links, has been in the good books of the RSS, a disciplined man, a low-profile leader. This is what we are hearing about Mr. Mohan Yadav, and also, of course, this message to the OBC community. Correct. As we were earlier discussing, that BJP would go for an OBC face after Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and the choice is a surprise choice in Mr. Mohan Yadav, a third time MLA. If I'm looking up his profile, which has been shared by the party now, it's about that he is a agriculturist. And he has been started his political career in 1982 as a student with from the Mahavidyalaya Chhatra Sangh as a Sahasachiv. In 1984, he has been associated with the ABVP in his earlier days. Also, we are learning that he has worked in Ujjain for the party in a big way, and has been he was first elected as an MLA in 2013. 2013 is the first time that he was elected as an MLA from this seat. 2018 he won again from this seat, and now the third time he won from Ujjain Dakshin again. So Ujjain coming in the center of the Madhya Pradesh politics. Ujjain is also a major center, religious center in the context of Madhya Pradesh. We have the Mahakaleshwar temple there, of course. So Ujjain Dakshin MLA Mr. Mohan Yadav, an OBC message from the BJP, a young face. Correct. He is 1965 born, so he's about he's 58. He's 58 years old, so younger than Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and Mr. Vishnu Sai was 59-year-old yesterday, if I remember correctly, from Chhattisgarh. So 58-year-old.
Joining us live is Jamyang Sering Namgyal, MP, BJP MP from Ladakh. Jamyal ji, namaste Namgyal ji, thank you very, very much. My first question to you, 370 के ऊपर सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो वर्डिक्ट है, और सबसे बड़ी बात लद्दाख के एज अ क्रिएशन ऑफ ए यूनियन टेरिटरी, उस पर आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, आज ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो जजमेंट आया आर्टिकल 370 एब्रोगेशन को लेके, मैं सबसे पहले पूरे लद्दाख के वासियों की ओर से, जम्मू कश्मीर वासियों की ओर से, पूरे भारत के लोगों की ओर से ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट को आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि जिस दिन प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जो गारंटी दिया था धारा 370 आर्टिकल को हटा के 5-6 अगस्त 2019 से लोकसभा और राज्यसभा में इसको एब्रोगेट करके, उसके बाद जम्मू कश्मीर और लद्दाख में जो पीस, ट्रंक्विलिटी, डेवलपमेंट का जो दरिया नदियाँ वहाँ पे बहा, वो ऐतिहासिक है। आज ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट के इस जजमेंट से माननीय मोदी जी के और पूरे देशवासियों का और खासकर हम लद्दाख वासियों का और जम्मू कश्मीर वासियों का कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल जो है और भी बढ़ जाते हैं, क्योंकि मोदी जी जो काम करता है वो सोच समझ के तरीका निकाल के, जिस तरह ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैलिड है। बहुत सारे लोगों ने ये सवाल उठाया था लोकसभा में भी, बाहर भी, क्या ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैलिड है, क्या आप इस तरह से हटा सकते हैं? लेकिन आज ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ये जजमेंट ने देश के संविधान के प्रति, देश के प्रधानमंत्री के प्रति लोगों का विश्वास और भी बढ़ दिया है। मैं इस डिसीजन से बहुत खुश हूं, पूरे लद्दाख वासी खुश है, ऑब्वियसली पूरे देश वाले भी बहुत खुश है इससे, क्योंकि धारा 370 के रहते हुए सबसे ज्यादा तकलीफ जो है हम लद्दाख वासियों को हुआ, सबसे ज्यादा स्टेप मदरली ट्रीटमेंट हमने फेस किया, सबसे ज्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हमने फेस किया। लद्दाख को डेवलपमेंट नहीं मिला, लद्दाख को बहुत सारे सरकारी स्कीम के तहत जो है बेनिफिट नहीं मिला। भारत के संविधान के ऐसे अच्छे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस जो है लद्दाख और जम्मू कश्मीर में इंप्लीमेंट नहीं होने के कारण से हमारे वहाँ, चाहे वो छोटे बच्चे हो, चाहे वो महिलाएं हो, चाहे वो बुजुर्ग हो, बहुत सारे जो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजन से वंचित रहे। आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने पिछले 4 साल से धारा 370 हटा के और विशेष रूप से लद्दाख को अलग से यूनियन टेरिटोरी, जिसको आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल वैलिड बताया, अलग से यूटी बनने के बाद लद्दाख को 6000 करोड़ रुपए का बजट देके, चाहे वहां के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट हो, टेलीकम्युनिकेशन हो, वहां के हर चीज, हर घर नल जल देना हो, ये सारा गारंटी आज प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने दिया है। तो आज ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट के इस डिसीजन से हम बेहद खुश हैं।
तो ये आप कह रहे हैं कि वहां चीजें बेहतर हुई हैं, थिंग्स हैव चेंज्ड फॉर द बेटर?
या जमीन आसमान का फर्क है। देखिए चेंजेस की अगर मैं बात कहूं, देखिए बहुत सारे हमारे विपक्षी हो, चाहे इस देश को तोड़ने की कोशिश करते हो, बहुत सारे लोग ये पूछते रहते हैं कि धारा 370 हटने के बाद लद्दाख और जम्मू कश्मीर में क्या चेंजेस हुआ। मैं बताना चाहता हूं जो चेंजेस हुआ वो अद्भुत है। अगर जम्मू कश्मीर के हम बात करें, वहां पे आज पथराव जो है 0 लेवल पे है, स्टोन प्लेटिंग कंप्लीटली खत्म कर दिया मोदी जी ने। वहां के लोगों का नागरिक सुरक्षा आज सशक्त हो चुका है। जम्मू कश्मीर के एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सिस्टम जो है बहुत मजबूत हो चुका है। जम्मू कश्मीर में करप्शन लेवल बहुत नीचे लाया है मोदी जी ने। जम्मू कश्मीर में जो लोगों पे भरोसा इस देश के प्रति, देश के संविधान के प्रति हमारे जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल और बढ़ गया है। लद्दाख का तो मैं बात ही क्या करें, लद्दाख में इतने जो डेवलपमेंट, आपने खुद, अगर आप लद्दाख में आपका जो चैनल वाले हैं तो उनको एक स्टोरी आपको बनाना चाहिए। देखिए हमारे वहां ऑटोनोमस डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल लेह में, कारगिल में चलते हैं। मैं एमपी बनने से पहले काउंसिल का चेयरमैन था। पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट को चलाने के लिए जम्मू कश्मीर और धारा 370 मुझे जो है केवल और जो है 55 करोड़ रुपये ही देते हैं। आज मोदी जी ने लद्दाख को 6000 करोड़ रुपया बजट दे रहा है, जिससे वहां के रोड हो, वहां के जो टनल बनाना हो, वहां टेलीकम्युनिकेशन सेक्टर, वहां लद्दाख में यूनिवर्सिटी बनाना, मेडिकल कॉलेज बनाना, ये सारा जो है 70-75 साल के बाद आज हम देख रहे हैं, जो कि लद्दाख का लॉन्ग पेंडिंग डिमांड था, लद्दाख का एस्पिरेशन है। आज लद्दाख वाले बहुत खुश है धारा 370 हटा के लद्दाख को यूटी बना के, और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑनरेबल का मैं आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूंगा। लद्दाख को यूनियन टेरिटरी बनाना भारत के संविधान के अनुसार ही हुआ है, तो इसलिए हम बहुत खुश हैं।
क्या लद्दाख में कभी लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली होना चाहिए एज ए यूटी या एज ए स्टेट?
देखिए लद्दाख में अभी रीजनल ऑटोनोमस, जो लद्दाख ऑटोनोमस डिस्ट्रिक्ट हिल डेवलपमेंट काउंसिल लेह में है, कारगिल में है। लोगों का जो पॉलिटिकल एस्पिरेशन हो, वहां के डेवलपमेंटल एस्पिरेशन हो, वहां के उन्नति हो, वो सारा लेह में अपना काउंसिल, कारगिल में अपना काउंसिल जो है इसको टेकिंग केयर कर रहा है। और हम चाहते हैं यूटी ही वहां मजबूत तरीके से चले, और इसी यूटी के अंदर जो है लद्दाख का, क्योंकि लद्दाख एक एक सीमावर्ती इलाका है, हमारा ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया बहुत बड़ा है, लेकिन पॉपुलेशन हमारा बहुत कम है। इसलिए इस कम पॉपुलेशन को ध्यान में रखते हुए लोगों का भलाई करना, सीमा सुरक्षा करना, मैं तो समझता हूं कि ये यूटी में ही बेहतर होगा। और यूटी हमारा आने वाले 10, 15, 20, 25 साल जो है यूटी में ही चले, और यूटी जो है बिल्कुल लोगों के एस्पिरेशन के हिसाब से चले, और साथ ही साथ वहां के लोगों के जो एस्पिरेशन है, वहां के जमीन को लेके, कल्चर को लेके, इन्वायरमेंट को लेके, एम्प्लॉयमेंट को लेके, वो वहां के रहने वालों को सबसे प्राथमिकता दे और रहने वालों को ही मिले, ये हम चाहते हैं। इसी एस्पिरेशन को टेकिंग केयर करते हुए लद्दाख के लिए मैं तो समझता हूं सबसे बेस्ट मॉडल जो है वो यूनियन टेरिटोरी है, और यूटी में ही हम जो है लद्दाख को प्रगति करेंगे।
जी, सीमावर्ती इलाका है तो उसको और सुरक्षित, सिक्योर करने के लिए और विकास को और आगे बढ़ाने के लिए और क्या करने की आवश्यकता है? मेरा अंतिम प्रश्न है नामग्याल जी।
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी बॉर्डर सीमा सुरक्षा को लेके बहुत सारे काम कर रहा है। खासकर जो है ईस्टर्न लद्दाख जो तिब्बत के साथ बॉर्डर शेयर करता है, वहां पे चुशुल, दुंगटी, फुकसे, धिमजोक को जो है बहुत एक लंबा सड़क जो है वो आज हो रहा है। सीमा सुरक्षा हमारे लिए प्राथमिकता रहेगा, केवल लद्दाख के लिए नहीं बल्कि देश के लिए भी। और वहां पे जो युमामूद में जो एयरफील्ड का जो है उसको रिवाइव कर रहा है, उसी तरह वहां के जो टेलीकम्युनिकेशन का सशक्त कर रहा है। साथ ही साथ वहां लोग रहते हैं, उनके लिए हर घर नल जल जैसे योजनाओं को धरातल पे इंप्लीमेंट करके वहां के लोगों को वहीं लद्दाख में ही एजुकेशन मिले, वहीं रोजगार मिले, ये सारा जो है लद्दाख के लिए वरदान होगा। और साथ ही साथ मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी को इसलिए भी धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा, बॉर्डर इलाके में रहने वालों के लिए वाइब्रेंट विलेज प्रोग्राम के माध्यम से हमारे बॉर्डर से लोग पलायन ना हो, माइग्रेट ना हो, लोग बॉर्डर पे रहे, केवल बॉर्डर पे ना रहे, और बॉर्डर पे रहने के लिए लोगों का इकोनॉमिक अपलिफ्टमेंट हो, रूरल डेवलपमेंट हो, लोगों के उन्नति वहां पे आए, वहां शिक्षा और रोजगार जो है बॉर्डर पे बैठ के ही मिले। ये सारा काम प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी जोर शोर से कर रहा है, यही हम चाहते हैं। और हमारा पूरा विश्वास है मोदी जी के रहते हुए लद्दाख को कोई चिंता करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। इसलिए हम चाहते हैं धारा 370 कभी वापस ना आए। आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो फैसला दिया, हम बहुत खुश हैं।
जी, जामयांग नामग्याल जी, थैंक यू very much and thank you for taking the right stand. With that, we call it a wrap on this edition, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. Brass Tacks after a very short break.
Movement that inspires.
News is everywhere, but so much of it is noise. But how do you make sense of it? How do you sift the grain from the chaff and get to the point that matters?
Brass Tacks, where the big stories are simplified, bite by bite. Weeknights at 9 on CNN News 18.
Movement that inspires.
Exposing India's detractors.
India is not a democracy.
What does the constitution mean?
Demolishing double standards. Debunking hypocrisy. Because India deserves better. The Right Stand. At this time on CNN News 18.
Welcome back. Thanks a lot for staying with us. And we have some big breaking developments coming in. Mohan Yadav has now been announced as the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. He is the pick that has been announced by the BJP. He is an MLA from Ujjain South. So a surprise by the BJP once again, because the big contenders, the names that were doing the rounds, in fact, did not have the name of Mohan Yadav. Let's go straight to our colleague Aman. Aman, exactly what we were discussing. Will the BJP have a surprise up its sleeve? Mohan Yadav now being announced as the new chief minister. Tell us, what has he done so far? I believe he is the MLA from Ujjain South currently.
Yes, Ridhima, again, BJP living up to its reputation, throwing up a surprise, a name which has not been speculated so far, Mr. Mohan Yadav. He's a 3-time MLA of the BJP from the Ujjain Dakshin seat. What we are learning, this is the 3rd time he was elected from Ujjain Dakshin, and he is also seen as somebody who's close to the RSS, has close RSS links, has been in the good books of the RSS, a disciplined man, a low-profile leader. This is what we are hearing about Mr. Mohan Yadav, and also, of course, this message to the OBC community, as we were earlier discussing, that BJP would go for an OBC face after Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and the choice is a surprise choice in Mr. Mohan Yadav, a 3rd.
Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. What an important, and some would say a red letter day today in the annals of legal history of India. The Supreme Court of India today upheld unanimously the decision to abrogate Article 370. The court has ordered that 370 was never meant to be a permanent provision. It also said that the President's act in issuing a notification abrogating 370 was not mala fide in intent, and that the Constituent Assembly's view was not mandatory to be bound for the President. So, this gives the legal stamp of approval to consign Article 370 to the dustbins of history, but mainstream politicians from the valley, whether it's Omar Abdullah or Mehbooba Mufti, are not coming to terms with this new reality. Will this verdict, today's verdict, cement one nation, one constitution, one rule of law from Kashmir to Kanyakumari?
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा था, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, आज उस संकल्प को भी माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया ने प्रमाणित कर दिया है।
ये हमारी हार नहीं है, बल्कि आइडिया ऑफ इंडिया की हार, हिंदुस्तान के तस्वुर की हार।
मैं अपनी जगह ये भी कहना चाहता हूँ कि मामला यहाँ ख़त्म नहीं होगा, हमारी कोशिशें यहाँ ख़त्म नहीं होंगी।
All right, so the idea of the unity of India has been underlined in today's verdict. But what were the questions before this constitutional bench of the Supreme Court? The question number one was, the Article 370 of the Constitution, was it a temporary provision? The court has ruled unanimously that yes, it was a temporary provision meant for simply a transitional purpose. The question also before the bench was substitution of the Constituent Assembly with the Legislative Assembly, and in this case, since it was dissolved, with the view of the governor, was that valid? The ruling was that Jammu and Kashmir had surrendered any residual sovereignty the moment it decided to sign the instrument of accession and join the Union of India. Also, the question before the bench was, can the entire Indian constitution be made applicable to Jammu and Kashmir?